Welcome back to Steel City Drones. Today, I'd like to talk a little more about yesterday's video that we posted regarding the House's drone ban vote that passed through Congress. Talk a little more exactly about what it meant, and also I want to talk to you about something that we can potentially do that will help this. So, if you haven't seen yesterday's video, what I'm going to do right now is we're going to play you a few very specific clips, and we're going to do so for a very specific reason, because what we're seeing here happen is that a lot of people are seeing actually words that the Congress people are actually spewing of lies and are very infuriated. So there's a few things that I'd like to point out in regards to this. So again, yesterday's video included the entire session discussion talking about drones, but we want to go ahead and get it and break that down just to a few different blurbs, and we want to talk about a few different specific things.
The Chinese Communist Party is working to undermine American sovereignty by forcing Americans to rely and depend on unsecure communist Chinese technology. Nowhere is this more evident than in the drone industry, which leveraged aggressive subsidies, direct CCP investment, and unfair trade practices to artificially drive down the cost of Chinese manufactured drones, undercutting American companies and ensuring the rest of the world was forced to rely on communist China for unsecured drone technology. Due to these authoritarian policies, America has been flooded with drones manufactured by CCP-controlled drone company DJI. Allowing artificially cheap DJI drones to monopolize our skies has decimated American drone manufacturing and given our greatest strategic adversary eyes in our skies. Over the last 7 years, the U.S. government has publicly confirmed time and time again that DJI drones are being used to collect information on U.S. critical infrastructure and pose significant risks to U.S. national security. Not only does DJI improve the equipment of our greatest strategic adversary, which could one day be used against U.S. service members, they also actively aid the CCP in carrying out genocidal crimes against ethnic minorities. It is past time we end Communist China's role as the world's drone factory. Remove Chinese spy drones from our skies and end our reliance on CCP-manufactured drones.
So, as you can see, Congressman Stefanik is being very deliberate in what is she saying. Not only is it untruthful and completely based on no factual information, what she's not saying to you is how she has a conflict of interest in regards to this drone ban proposal. What some of you may not know is that there is someone by the name of Joe Bartlett, who is the current director of federal policy at Cogito. That is an American drone company. He is the former national security advisor to Congressman Stefanik. So right there, that is such a conflict of interest that paints a very big, broad picture of what is really going on here. Now, let's move on to the second soundbite.
There's a real risk that the information that they collect could be used to launch cyber attacks on our critical infrastructure and undermine our democratic values of free speech and expression, as well as civil and human rights. With this action, Congress will ensure that future versions of DJI drones cannot be imported, marketed, or sold in the United States. DJI Technologies and its drones have repeatedly been flagged by the federal government as a national security risk. Because DJI is the global leader in drone manufacturing and has ties to the Chinese Communist Party, its drone technology and the data it collects could be exploited by the CCP to enable the theft of sensitive American data and compromise critical infrastructure in the United States.
So the reason why I'm bringing this up is because what you're going to see more of, besides what you see out of this, is there's going to be more of this painted at the Senate level. So as you can see, there's a lot of buzzwords going on in here. And one of the biggest buzzwords going on is about infrastructure and potential cyber attacks. Now, why I wanted to play this for you is because we're seeing a lot of comments and questions from yesterday's video about, well, why is nobody doing anything about our cell phones or anything else that's made in China? Why are they singling out everything out to drones? It's because what they're trying to do, the angle that they're taking, is very specific and, to this date, trying to be very effective with it. They're saying that a company like DJI is a Chinese company, and why that's significant as opposed to like Apple, who is not a Chinese company, is that a China-based company is subject to the Chinese military and must be able to comply with anything that the Chinese military asks them to do, and could potentially use the drones to be able to pull off a cyber attack against the United States infrastructure. So you can see that's why and how they're going about trying to attack this. Along with our partnership with the Drone Advocacy Alliance, we are urging everybody to still contact each and every senator that you can possibly get a hold of. Now, there's a couple different really good ways to be able to do this. Obviously, we have talked in our previous videos about the contact page of each senator. But another really good, efficient way that I believe would help is to post something on the senators' social media accounts, because those pages are checked on a daily basis and often are updated on a regular basis. That is the best, easiest, quickest way, in my opinion, to be able to get a hold of somebody and tell them your story. Tell them that you cannot accept this, because what this is doing, folks, it's taking our rights away from us as consumers of what we can and cannot purchase. You know, these are very powerful statements. This is now, the cards are being put down on the table as to the direction of what they're trying to do. As of right now, only the House has passed any potential proposal. We still have to go to the Senate level next. And that may or may not be discussed this week or in time, but before the NDAA is approved. If Congress, as far as the Senate goes, does not pass this, then it's very unlikely that anything's going to get put through. So there's still a lot that has to be done here yet before anything goes through. And again, to recap what this all means, because a lot of people are still not understanding this. If a drone ban proposal does go through, the worst case scenario that can happen is that there would be a ban on any potential new model that has not been released yet. So whether it's Matrice XYZ, Mavic ABC, Mini, STK, whatever you have it, that means that a potential new model would not be able to be released in the United States. So nothing is clear, nothing is defined, and the Senate has not voted. So we still have time to try to make a difference, and I believe, and I know the Drone Advocacy Alliance believes as well, we can make a difference. So with that said, if anything changes or any other updates come out, we will be on top of it. We will put out video updates as needed. So I hope this video has been a little eye-opening to you, and that way you can really see what's going on here. So if you have any questions, again, put them down in the comment section below. As you can see by our past videos, I am answering as many questions or adding to the comments to as much as I can. So we're engaging active conversation in these debates. So thanks again for watching, and we'll talk to you soon.